Life of Pi! Hi guys and welcome to a new episode on this channel. Today we will be talking about this book called Life of Pi. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode and let's get started. Now first of all, let's get into the whole story. First of all, there's like this guy, very irrational named guy named Pi Patel. Or yeah, Piston. Where he goes on a shipwreck journey with a 450-pound Bengal tiger, which is called Mr. Kipling or Richard Kipling. And I want to say that there is in very short chapters, like chapter 97, where it's only 2 words, the story. And then there are other short chapters. Such as chapter 2, I believe. And yeah, even these type of chapters are pretty not so good book. Now, I want to say that this is not that big of a book because, well, its chapters are not equal in 100 page to 100 chapters. There's supposed to be like 20 chapters in this book, if you are asking me about everything here. And if you want to add something about from this, it's like Life of Pi, as I said earlier, is from a shipwreck journey of 227 days, where it is 450 Bengal tiger is getting accompanied by a Pi Patel. And then this is what happens. First, I want to say the last part, which is the most funniest part. Now, the very last part of chapter 99, it was this. It's right here. Last part. All right. Oh, look, he's crying. Mr. Kapda, I'm starving. Let's go eat. You can turn that off. They gave all their lunch to Pi Patel, and then Pi Patel was giving them 3 cookies each, and like, I'm starving. And yeah. And there were some questions like this. I don't know. I'm not in this boy's head. And I have to say that's a very good story. Like, and is that better? Are there any parts you find hard to believe? Anything you'd like me to change? What a horrible story. Yeah. That's exactly what it is happening. And the other comments when they said in Japanese were like this. Haha, you're very intelligent, Mr. Patel. And then Mr. Chickman was like, what is he talking about? And Mr. Okamoto was like, I have no idea. Yeah, they're just like pretending to understand. And then there was some situation that they did not know what to do. Like Mr. Chickman was like, what do we do now? Mr. Okamoto said, I do not know. And that is funny. That's classic. And this was about everything literally here. Then he was like this. How can I be calm? You should have seen Richard Parker. Yes. Huge teeth like this. Claws like scissors. Mr. Chickma said, what are scimitars? And then Mr. Okamoto said, Chickma-san, instead of asking stupid vocabulary questions, why don't you make yourself useful? This boy is a tough nut to crack. Do something. Mr. Chickma said, look, a chocolate bar. Pi Patel said, wonderful. And there was a long silence. Mr. Okamoto was like he hasn't already stolen our whole lunch. So he'll be demanding our tempura. That is all the juiciest, funny parts of classic. And those are all the parts that I literally want to say here. Life of Pi, this is literally about the plot of 100 days, 227 days, almost a year at sea. And in some parts where it's typed out. There's talks about animals like an orangutan. First of all, there's a zebra who gets onto the boat. Then an orangutan, which floated on bananas. Like, bananas are too heavy. Those people are like, bananas are too heavy to float. Yes, they can. You can try it out yourself. You tried it? They floated. And then the hyena killed the zebra, which cut off his leg. And then the hyena killed the orangutan, which was killed by the lion. And the lion almost killed Paizo, but they managed to survive together for 227 days. Even though it was commonly believed then that tigers were a very, very dangerous animal and very wild. And as Pi Patel says, we are just afraid of the animals. They attack us because they are desperate. Just like when we are very, very scared of getting attacked by. And that's where we really need to end it. We really need to end this discussion plan. Then there's the island. The island where Mr. Pi has gone onto. I watched this movie of the life of Pi, where the island was shaped like a human lying down, but it doesn't say if it was a human lying down in the book. So I have to say I'll discard that belief. But however, the water did turn acidic like it did in the movie, and the shark and the fish also died, which is incredible. There was like, as it says, like Pi from the movie, there was like a chemical reaction somehow, which I am very fond of chemistry, that made the water acidic, probably in the soil, in my best theory, and which went into water and made it acidic. That's where everything is literally in. Meerkats that was their hunting style for meerkats. Meerkats were eaten by the Bengal tiger later, and then the Bengal tiger ran away just in case he was scared because there was a human on board. And I guess he forgot that it was actually Pi Patel who was the human. And this was what their journey was like. First, a storm struck. Then, they were shipwrecked. They had sunny days. They were able to get fresh water. But the 450-pound Bengal tiger was like, I better catch some. And then Pi was like, I better catch some fish. Right in his notebook, I better catch some fish. Or yeah, I guess, why do I keep on forgetting his name? Well, first of all, there was like this. Like some cookies, yeah, everything like that. Richard Parker. They were like, Richard Parker was like, I hope I could find some fish later, or else Richard Parker's last meal will be a very, very vegetarian boy. Hope I succeed. And he was able to succeed, but did not mean to, but killed a fish in the process. And it was like, thank you for all of this. And literally, that was how everything ended. For their catching days, and then for the rest of their lives, they survived together. They worked. Now, this book can show us some things. Animals are not as wild as they seem. We are the ones who are actually wild. That makes them wild. And then the second thing that you can learn from this is that teamwork. You have to get teamwork to survive together. Mr. Richard, the tiger, was literally also caught some fish on his time, while Pi read instructions in the manual in the meantime, and caught fish for the Bengal tiger also. And these all were done with teamwork. Teamwork is one of the greatest things that make achievement goals achieved. Goals that can be achieved are made by teamwork. Teamwork is a very vital lesson that I want to apply to your daily lives. You might be arguing to a lot of people too much. And other people I want to say here is this. Animals are not wild. We are the ones which make the animals wild. We believe animals are wild because they just kill us. Animals are a lot like us. We kill sometimes because for our own diversions, for our fun, or sometimes for self-defense. Animals have the same things too. We are the ones who made them wild. We might be able to change them somehow if we do not. If we try to change them, we might be making them less wild. So yeah, that's where I want to end this episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next episode. Shinhan out. Peace!